Hi, good morning. So, a few days ago, I got a comment on one of my other YouTube videos that I thought was very, very interesting. And also something which I thought might be relevant to a lot of people. So, I'm going to talk about that in today's video. So, let's take a look at this comment. I'm going to read it out to you, I think. I often read some research papers about my major, psychology, in English in order to collect data which is necessary for my graduation thesis. I guess my academic vocabulary has improved through reading research papers. However, I have problems with speaking English in daily life. If possible, could you please tell me how to improve my speaking for daily conversation? Yeah, so I think this is a problem which many people ask me about. So, first of all, let me just say that actually when I decided to take a master's and I entered graduate school to study linguistics about 4 years ago now, at first, I actually found it very difficult to read research papers and academic books about that subject because it was a new subject for me. It was the first time I'd studied it when I started that course. And I wasn't used to the kind of vocabulary and the grammar and the language used in those research papers and academic books. But after reading a lot, it became very easy and very natural. And the reason that is because there is this thing called genre. And for example, music has genre. There is rock music. Rock music is a genre. There is classical music. That is a genre. There is pop music. Pop music is a genre. And of course, different genres have subgenres. So classical has kind of violin and piano. Those are all kind of genres within another music genre. Fiction is another good example. There are many genres of fiction. For example, mystery novels is a genre. Horror is a genre. Romance is a genre. Now, think about this. If you want to become a very skilled piano player, listening to a lot of rock music and a lot of heavy metal is not going to help you become a very good pianist. And in the same way, listening to a lot of piano music probably is not going to help you get really good at the rock guitar. If you want to get very good at the piano, it's much better to listen to a lot of piano music, right? And if you want to get really good at heavy metal, you should listen to a lot of heavy metal. Make sense? Fiction is exactly the same, I guess. If you want to become a very good mystery novel writer, reading a lot of romance novels, although it is still a novel and it's still kind of the same kind of thing, it's probably not going to help you so much. Whereas reading a lot of all the latest mystery novels is probably going to help you with your own ideas and become a very good mystery novel writer. Now, English also has genre. So the language, the kind of the grammar and the vocabulary and the phrases and the expressions used, and even the style used in academic writing or an academic speech is very different to the language used in, for example, a business meeting. And the language used in a business meeting or a business situation is very different to the language used in daily conversation with, for example, your next door neighbor or with your friend. Because English, like I said, has genre. These are all genres. Which means if, for example, you find it very easy to listen to the news and to read the newspaper, but you find it very difficult to understand daily conversation and to speak in daily conversation, it's probably because your English is kind of imbalanced towards the kind of news talk, which is very different to daily conversation. So, the best way to get around this is to find materials which have a lot of the English you would use in daily conversation. If you're having trouble with daily conversation, listen to a lot of kind of very normal kind of conversations. Watch the TV drama shows and things like that are very good, I think. Try and get a good balance of different genres, I think is very good as well. I think maybe that's why the English class 101 lessons, and for me, I used the Japanese pod 101 lessons. I think that's why they were so good for me, because they have a lot of different situations and conversations and dialogues from a lot of different kinds of contexts. Some will be about a business meeting, and some will be about going to the supermarket, and some is kind of a conversation with the character's mother or something like that. It gives you a very nice kind of balance of different things. So yeah, I found those audio lessons from Japanese pod English class for English learners. I found them very, very good for that. But yeah, if you're finding you have trouble with one kind of English but not another, it's probably because your input is very imbalanced. So try using a lot of different materials. Of course, reading is also really, really great. To read many, many different kinds of books and different things. Graded readers are very good for this because they have many different topics that you can read about. Yeah, I think that is about all there is to say on this topic. So, see you in the next video.